Another cloudy day with a few outbreaks of rain and the odd sunny spell here and there, but the outlook turns much colder. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain. And you know what would be a bit of a shock to the system? Cold weather is heading in, and I want to explain why. Now, a few weeks ago, we talked about this thing called sudden stratospheric warming, when the stratosphere warms rapidly, and a few years ago it caused the beast from the east. Well, we've got a bit of a setup with cold air across Europe, but a big reason is what's happening over the other side of the Atlantic. Stormy weather across North America, powering the jet stream, and that drives its way across the Atlantic. It dips south into the start of next week, and we have low pressure to our south, and what that helps to do is cause winds across the UK to turn northerly. We have high pressure to our west, the winds turn northerly, and next week it is set to turn much, much colder. Big rumours about snow. Is it cold enough for snow? Yes, it will be. Snow showers for northern and eastern areas of England and Scotland, some of them even as far south as Kent. But I think the big thing is the return of some nighttime frost and turning a lot colder for all of us. But there is definitely a lot to play for come the end of next week as to whether we actually see the risk of some significant snowfall. So we'll keep you updated on that. But for the time being, for today and much of the weekend, there isn't a lot going on. It's largely cloudy. There's a few spells of sunshine, but it will turn colder through the coming nights. It's been a really benign week of weather with not much happening. Good morning to you. It's been a pretty boring week of weather. Not much has happened. It's been pretty cloudy, the odd spell of sunshine, the odd spot of rain, but nothing major going on with average temperatures. Through the weekend, it will turn colder, particularly by night, with the return of nighttime frost, but actually it stays largely dry. Here's how it looks first thing this morning, much as it has been for the last and dry, but it is set to change. So let's take a look at our 7-day outlook. First of all, we look at the trend for Scotland, Northern Ireland, northern areas of England with our temperature. And temperatures have been pretty average for the time of year, but it turns colder as we head through the weekend and into next week. A big plunge in our daytime temperatures and some widespread nighttime frosts as well. Percentage chance of rainfall, how likely to see wet weather? Well, it is looking largely dry, but when it's cold enough to see 3 or 4 degrees and we see wet weather falling, it is likely to be sleet or snow. So that is one to watch. Snow showers likely for northern and eastern coasts. Fortunes further south for England, Wales for the next 7 days. Again, the big trend is for a tumble in temperatures from average to way below average with these return of nighttime frosts. And then, yes, cold enough with this northerly blast of air to see some wintry showers, so sleet and snow possible across eastern coast into next week. Morning to you. Now, weather-wise, it's been pretty much the same all week long. There's been a lot of cloud around, limited amounts of sunshine, and it has been largely dry with temperatures around about average, so not much happening. But there are big changes coming as we head through the next few days. It will turn colder. Winds will go northerly, and that brings the return of nighttime frost, something we haven't. Yes, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And the question is snow on the way? Well, next week it turns much colder. And yes, there is the chance of some snow, but mostly just showers through northern and eastern coasts. But for today and for much of the weekend, it's as it's been all week. Fair bit of cloud around, a few spells of sunshine, largely dry. But this weekend, the difference is... Good morning to you. It's the same old in the world of weather. It's pretty cloudy, not much in the way of sunshine, but the outlook turns colder. Winds go northerly as we head into next week. The return of nighttime frost, temperatures sub-zero, and with this colder weather coming in, the chance of some snow, mostly in the form of showers through northern and eastern coasts. And this weekend, it stays largely dry, pretty cloudy. Temperatures tumble, but more especially by night as next week we'll notice the return of this much colder wintry weather. First thing this morning, though, it's not that cold. A touch of frost in the far north and south where we've had our clearest skies, but many of us start cloudy and frost-free. Sticking with the cloudy skies for western areas today, northern areas the best of any sunshine. A chilly night tonight, and then the outlook looks largely cloudy this weekend.